morning. Early morning in the studio. I've still got my pajamas on under my apron. I try to come up early. I wake up really early in the morning, so for me, getting an early start, I find that my motivation and sort of my energy level ebbs and flows through the day. So early in the morning, I make my coffee and then I head up here, and it's when I feel sort of inspired to get things set up for the day. Then I'll go back and have some breakfast. This is the most amazing thing about having a studio at the house, is that I can come and go all day versus having to drive up to my studio and stay until I'm done and then come home. So I feel pretty grateful. Anyway, I thought I would take you along and sort of show you what a day can look like. Every day looks a bit differently, but today is some making, some glazing, and getting everything ready so that I can run the kiln once everything is loaded, and then we just cross everything that goes well. So I'll be in the studio today, and I thought I would share that with you. So I'm going to work on some little cups that I wanted to do, and I'm going to work on some bowls that I've sketched out. They're ones that I've done before, so I will wedge, and then the cups will take about a pound of clay, which I'm trying to use my grams. So 454, I guess, is a pound, roughly. So I'm gonna do about 400, just under a pound. So I'll get everything just warmed up a bit, and then make all these balls. All right, walking back. Come on. Trying to get Hugh. He's got all the things to smell. It's a pretty one today. I think it's going to clear up a bit because the sky's pretty bright, but for now it's not raining, and that's all that matters. Okay, so I've got wedged clay here, but I will work on some small cups that I want to alter once they're done and trimmed, and then I'm going to make some bowls, do some glazing, and then get my kiln loaded. So I'm going to record some of the cup making because it's fun to watch the process. I think I watch videos on YouTube all the time, so I'm going to record that, and then it won't be dry enough to trim today. I'm still trying to figure that out in the new studio space. I'm trying to figure out like how quickly things dry if I leave a bit of extra heat on. But generally, things are not drying within the day. So tomorrow will be a trimming day. All right, let's do this. So sometimes with experimenting, you realize that some things you wanted to make don't actually turn out the way you hoped. So I'm trying something a bit different from my original idea, which is, I mean, it's not totally different. Same size vessel, but the whole purpose of these for me is to have something to work on that, because I'm trying to learn different techniques for like decorating them, because you just get bored. I get bored, but it still needs to feel like me. So I have some ideas that I've been playing with, and I've been trying a couple things on pieces that, just I could mess with and it didn't matter. And so that's the next step for me, is making these and seeing if I can create a form that I can do what it is I want to do on them. So it's all about thickness and just the shape of it as far as what I'm thinking I want to do. And it may not turn out, I may not want to do it, but for now, here we are. Okay, now I'm going to work on some bowls. I'm forever trying to find the perfect bowl. So I love making bowls. I've made some really nice serving bowls that are going through the system right now, but these will be a bit smaller. I was talking to a girlfriend this morning, I think, about some bowls I used to make that I really liked. And so that's my goal. I can feel a bubble in here. Sometimes you can feel an air bubble in your clay, and you have to just go to battle till it comes out. It's smooth, but I suspect it's still in there. Okay, so I've got some little cups that I'm hoping will be espresso cups done, and I can mess with those when I trim them tomorrow. And then I did a couple bowls. And then I've been wanting to try this for a while. I don't make plates. And this is a huge experiment. I haven't even cut it off the bat yet because I'm thinking it might want to pop off on its own. And I feel like cutting it would have made it more fragile in the middle. I feel like this way it'll pop off if it wants to, and if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be a plate. So I'm gonna go grab some lunch and then get back to glazing. All right, this is probably gonna be ugly, but I can always wash it out if not. I have ongoing glaze issues. I hate glazing so much, but I just keep trying different things until I can get what I need. So this is part of it. And then we'll do it again with this side. It's such a big bowl. It's such a big bowl. I don't know. I know there's better ways to glaze it, but my glaze is so unreliable as far as crawling and stuff. And I'm just... So, we're gonna see. I just need to drip out as much as I can because that's my biggest issue, is that it gets too thick and it crawls all over the place. But, I mean, it's going to be a fruit bowl for our dining table. So worst case scenario, I guess it crawls. And then I continue to battle with glaze. But for today, my big project has just been to get this glazed, and there's just so there's just so much that you can do, and then you just kind of have to let it go. So I think that's where I am with this bowl. I love this bowl. It's the biggest one. I think it's like 16 inches across, but we'll see. So I'm gonna wipe everything off the outside in hopes that it will be decent raw exterior. This is the biggest bowl I've ever made, and I'm keeping it, and so we're gonna see what it does. Fact is, unless it cracks, it's totally a bowl. It's good, and if the glaze is crap, I will just embrace it and use it on our dining table. So anyway, it's been a day. I'm gonna go in and have some dinner. It's dark. I started up here this morning at 5:30. It was dark. It's now dark now. It's getting there. So I'm gonna go have some dinner and then hopefully be able to run the kiln tomorrow. I'm gonna preheat it a little bit tonight just so it makes sure everything's dry because things were pretty wet. And then see what happens. It's a glaze firing, so it should be interesting.